I should probably put this away. Welcome. Welcome to Matcha Monday on a Tuesday because sometimes you have to do that. And I do not have matcha with me. Today it is coffee because that's just how it's going to go down today. Fun fact, I like my coffee watered down. Said no one ever, except for me. I love like strong coffee and then I add my water to it. And I know I could just get like mild coffee, but I don't like it that way. I like to add my own water to it. That is not what we are here to chat about, but I appreciate you being here, whether you are watching live or you are watching the replay. My name is Marissa. I am one half of the Meraki Collective, where we help coaches and consultants and professional service providers show up online with clarity and confidence with beautiful, gorgeous, modern, and strategic websites. What are we chatting about today? Have you ever tried to sit down and design your personal brand? And when I am, you know what, I just looked down and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not live, but I am live. This is happening right now. Yes. So have you ever sat down and said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick my color palette. I'm going to choose my brand vibe. I'm going to create the mood board. I'm going to do all the things. And then 17 hours later, you still have nothing to show for it. Well, if that has ever happened to you or you've ever been in that situation, don't worry. And I'm happy that you are here because I'm going to tell you exactly what you've got to do to not get into that deep, dark cycle again, or cycle, whatever you want to call it. So what happens is that you're passionate about what you do. You're an expert about on what you do. You went to school, you did your thing, you have years of experience. But nobody ever taught you the online, what I call the online survival skills to visually and confidently market your brand and business. That is where personal branding comes in. And that's what you probably weren't taught when you were busy becoming an expert doing the thing that you do, right? So you end up Googling stuff, you watch tutorial after tutorial, you pin after pin, and you get lost in how to design your personal brand. And it turns out that a lot of times you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, my approach, the approach that I recommend to my clients and people I work with, is to have a holistic approach to designing your personal brand. What does that mean? Well, there are three components there's a lot of ways you can approach it, but the three components that I recommend when it comes to designing your personal brand are the three big ones. Number one, identity. Two, messaging. And three, visuals. So one by one, I don't know if this is like more distracting, the fact that I'm wearing glasses or working, but I have like a bunch of screens in front of me, so it just helps to not feel so tired at the end of the day. So we're gonna stick with it. Okay, number one, what is identity? Well, that includes what you do and why you do it and what you're really good at. And this is a big one that a lot of people miss. Who do you want to help? Who do you actually work with? That is part of your brand identity. And the second component is messaging. So what are the actual words, the copy, the ideas and stories and information that you're sharing with your audience? And are you sharing it with them in a way that they understand and they want to receive that information in that way? And three is visuals. This obviously includes the colors, the photos, the fonts, the format or the template on your website, the layout of your website, color palette, like all those fun things, right? So these are the three big things. When I say take a holistic approach to designing your personal brand, this is what I'm referring to. The three things: identity, messaging, and visuals. And like I said, when experts, when professionals, when business owners, entrepreneurs, they've spent a whole career sometimes, right? Working on their craft, building their business, doing what they do. And then it's like, oh, now you have this whole component of online plus social media. Now you've got to have a personal brand and present it in a beautiful visual way. You're like, where do I even start? Well, those are your three things that you've got to look at. And even further than that, okay, but how do I actually figure out these things? That's exactly what I'm so excited to share with you today, is that I'm opening up enrollment to our free 5-day brand challenge. It's called Design Your Personal Brand. Kind of appropriate, right? It's a free 5-day challenge where you are going to be able to get more done in those 5 days than you likely have all year, no matter what year you're watching this, in just 5 days. So what are some of the things that you're going to accomplish when you join this challenge and when you complete this challenge? You're going to figure out your color palette. You're going to figure out your brand vibe. You're going to be able to create a mood board. And the best part is you're going to create a master brand guide. I'm going to teach you how to do that step by step, so that whenever you're creating something for your brand or business, whether it's for social media, whether it's for your website, whether it's for a campaign, anything like that, you are going to have a guide where you can look at and see, okay, what are the colors that I decided to use? What's the vibe that I'm supposed to be transmitting, that I'm supposed to share out there? You're gonna have all of these things in your brand, in your master brand guide. And I'm gonna teach you from day 1 to day 5 exactly how to create that brand guide. Again, this is a free 5-day brand challenge that I created specifically for personal brand entrepreneurs. So if you are a coach, a consultant, some kind of leader, an author, a speaker, a professional service provider, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a yoga instructor, all of these things, that is a personal brand entrepreneur. So that's who this brand challenge was created for. If you would like to join us, we are kicking off the next round in just a couple of days. We start, depending on when you're watching this, registration may or may not be closed, but if you're watching this in the month of November 2020, then we are opening up registration just next, or you can register already, but the challenge starts next Monday. So go ahead and click the link in my profile. I will also include a link in the caption here. The link in my profile will take you to the registration page so that you can register for free and join us during this 5-day brand challenge. And of course, if you have any questions about the challenge, you can send me a message here on Instagram, or if you're watching this on the blog, you can reach out to us on the web via our website, or just simply comment here on Instagram in a comment, or Facebook, wherever you're watching this. Comment below and I will be sure to get back to you. Let's see, I have my notes on the side. I want to make sure. Oh yes, hello. This challenge only runs a few times a year. And this is, seeing as we're towards the end of 2020, this is the last time I'm doing this challenge this year. We'll open it up again at some point for next year. But if you want to end this year knowing that you've got your personal brand designed and figured out and you're ready to go and start showing up online with clarity and confidence, whether that's this year or next year, whatever you're working on, then I would love for you to be part of this challenge. Thank you so much for joining me for Matcha Mondays as I have my watered down coffee. If you are watching live and don't know what I'm referring to, go back and watch the replay. I love to add water to my coffee. It's so random, and I'm sure hardcore coffee drinkers and yeah, they're probably like, what is wrong with you? That is not okay, and we do not allow that. Thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Marissa, and I will catch you next time. Bye.